What is going on out there? How is everybody doing? And yes, it is a SnowRunner day. It may have been mentioned. It may have been tweeted. Discord may have notified you. So if you really like your SnowRunner, you've come to the right place. And the cowboy hat is, well, and it's not a cowboy hat, technically, but it looks like one. We'll roll with it. This is just how we do things. So it kind of is carrying over today as well. So that's a thing. It is definitely a thing. Mountain Lion, I hope you're doing good, my friend. We're only on Tuesday. Where is Sparrow? Beep beep. What's good? Constant. XP. How are you doing? Hopefully nothing is broken up too badly. But, yeah. 216! Oh, yeah. That's what we got. That's what we got for you. Just wanted to make sure that you knew the party was starting. You and your ever so delightful Wendy's trailer. All right, so we're gonna. Yeah, it's not much of a horn on this thing. These days that you're gone, where can I file a grievance? Also, wonder if I could leave a negative review on, say, Google that holds weight. I'm a certified Yelp. You post under the name Karen. You went with a bell, and I'm disappointed highly. No, I actually did. I hit. So Sunday, when I was taking my nephew to go get McDonald's because he actually wanted some chicken nuggets, we stopped by Taco Bell first, and I got him. We ordered a blue raspberry freeze, but the machine just went down for the blue raspberry. Then they were like, "Do you want a red?" I'm like, all right, sure, no problem. So he's in the back, and he's like, I don't want one of those. I want a McFlurry instead. All right, buddy, no problem. I'll have the freeze myself. So I put the freeze in my cup holder, and it's pouring out now. It is absolutely pouring. Out of control weather that we've had the past couple of days. More on that later. Then we get over to McDonald's. I order him his Happy Meal, get a couple other things. We go to pull around. We're sitting in line. And as we're sitting in line, waiting to pull up to pay and then to pick up the food, he goes, can I try that? I'm like, yeah, sure, buddy, no problem. So I handed him the drink. He puts the straw in. He's only 6. Going to be 7 in October. And he goes, tries it. There's a pause. And he goes, I really, really like this. It's like, all right, dude, it's yours then. No problem. Have at it. I did. So they've got a peanut butter chocolate Oreo. No, a chocolate peanut butter McFlurry and an Oreo McFlurry. I also had, in addition to a quarter pounder, I had a couple of chicken chalupa supremes, which I like the chicken chalupa supremes. They just murder it with the sour cream all the time. Like, they seriously overdo the sour cream. So you take a bite, and half the chalupa falls out the back end, like just a slurry factory. And it's like, why does this have to be this way? Also, Jodmaster Flex.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Chicken
I like
Legend.
to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move
Chicken Legend, like a Big Mac. I don't know. But Shotmaster Flex, if you have withdrawal symptoms, I would recommend anything that can be found right there. So, unfortunately, we're not going to get an episode with Space Viking on Thursday. In the UK, they were the best. Okay. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, if you have any issue with withdrawal from the channel, because after today we're on hiatus until next week. Wednesdays usually are night off, but I have to start getting ready, get things together, got to pack some stuff, going away, going 2 hours north into the White Mountains. KFC boneless chicken in a bun with mayo, bacon, and other sauces. That actually sounds really good. I do like the chicken sandwiches from McDonald's. What's up, Loader? How you doing, dude? Yeah, it is the New Hampshire Highland Games this weekend. And it is also it's Granite State Comic Con. The Space Viking and Patrick Davis will both be at Granite State Comic Con. Feel like there's someone in this stream got to level up to a new decade. Well, Stormwatch. If Stormwatch comes around, and if you guys see Stormwatch, I know that it was mentioned in the Discord. UJMR, what's going on, dude? If you see Stormwatch pop into the channel, it is his birthday today. So, if we see him, we're going to make sure there's going to be some birthday celebration. Guarantee that. Need to clean the K&N, air and cabin filters on the Highlander, Lincoln, Subaru, and Odyssey. And yes, they'll still take me a few days. I may outsource the work to a temp agency, though. Yeah, dude, the heat is. I drove home. It was 87 degrees. I think it's 99% would also be you. J.R. Strang, dude, it's your birthday. You get a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue for Saturday morning. Okay. J.R. Strang, happy birthday, my friend. I hope that it is going to be a great day for you. I hope that you do something fun tonight. I hope that somebody sings you happy birthday somewhere. This is our celebration. It's a food celebration, but this is how we celebrate nonetheless. Dude, happy birthday. Oh, it's so good to hear that. Are you going and doing anything tonight? See, the thing about alcohol prices, Loader, I have no basis for comparison. Like, I have no idea how much alcohol is. Like, alcohol is all over the place as far as pricing and stuff like that. So, like, I'm completely clueless when it comes to that. I can tell you how much automotive parts are, parts and accessories, but yeah, alcohol. Nothing going on tonight. Maybe this weekend, dude. Celebrate this weekend. Get a Johnny Walker for 38 for a fifth. Okay, and the Johnny Walker Blue is the more expensive one, I take it. Actually, a bunch of my friends that I am staying with this weekend at the condo, they're going to what is it, a whiskey tasting? It's a whiskey tasting. They do a lot of, like, classes and stuff like that. And, yeah, this will be a really good weekend. They actually took a class last year to get certified in, like, whiskey tasting and stuff like that. Like, legitimate, these people came from Scotland to administer a test that you had to study for. I'm only 20, but with 20 years of experience. Johnny Walker is a Scotch. I think, yeah, I think it's whiskey. They do the whole whiskey. Jared Strang, I hope you have a great birthday, dude. Relic, what's up? How are you doing? Man, that's so cool. But, Shotmaster Flex, yeah. Scotch is Scottish whiskey. Dude, I don't know. There's things, it's made in a barrel, people drink it. it's not fermented goat urine. That's all I know. And the only reason I know mead comes from honey is that line in the 13th Warrior. So, which I'm due for a watch of the 13th Warrior. And if you've never seen the 13th Warrior, I highly recommend that particular movie. Like, that movie is hands down one of the absolute best, based on the Michael Crichton novel, Eaters of the Dead. And speaking of Michael Crichton, go easy on the liquor. You may wake up one day with 3 kids, a nagging wife, and a mortgage you can't afford. I rolled when they bought. Oh yeah. Well, what was it? What was it? Only they say something about he would bring what is it? A dog to war or something, or ride a dog to war, because Antonio Banderas' horse was significantly smaller than the Northman. Fun fact: the actor who plays Holbein is actually a voice actor, Skyrim. King Ulfric Stormcloak from Skyrim. That is the voice actor right there. And the idea that, like, it's kind of a retelling, in a sense, of the Beowulf saga. You know, with the mother of the beast, that kind of thing. But Beowulf is one of the oldest sagas, though Gilgamesh is another one of those that goes back for the dog can jump. Yes. Oh, yes. You are correct, my friend. Wait a minute. Turn. I missed my turn. Back up. And I'll swing it around right here. I like this GMC because of the outrageous amount of ground clearance it has. That's such a good movie. That is such a good movie. That movie is absolutely phenomenal. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. I've never actually read the book, but I've seen another Michael Crichton film. That would be Jurassic Park, and I'm pretty sure most of you have probably seen the original Jurassic Park. And it's rather interesting, too, because a lot of the liberties that were taken with the book to bring it to film. And one of the larger departures was Hammond, the creator of the park, played by Attenborough. Jurassic Park. So Attenborough plays Hammond. Spasimus Prime. Greetings, thank you very much. It is a holdover from our Red Dead Redemption. We started wearing a hat for Red Dead Redemption 2, and it just kind of stuck around. So I've been rocking this bad boy because, you know what, it's stylish. And it's a talking piece, thank you very much. Well, I appreciate it. I dig it too. But yeah, so the character of Hammond in the novel, Iron Knight, what is going on? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right. How's the projects going? That reminds me, I have to look and see if I can find the book for The Abyss. Was that another novel? I don't remember. That was another novel? That was a phenomenal movie. That was one of the first movies where I remember watching the behind the scenes on HBO, and it was incredible. The book is better than the movie. What's the other one with Dustin Hoffman and Sharon Stone? beer. That was a weird one. And that kind of gets into a lot of other stuff. I'm chilling in Puerto Rico. Dude, that is awesome. Are you on vacation? Like, what's going on? In the book, you hear what the aliens are saying and do. Yeah, they did a lot more of that. Vacation for a week. So what is it that you do down in Puerto Rico? Do you go to the beaches? Do you go to resorts? Do you kind of chill out and hang out and kick back and have a good time? Would certainly not watch a movie that would use Yonicus, but call them Velociraptor, because the director assumes the whole audience is an idiot. It's easier to say, and it sounds scarier. I go to the beaches, sit back, relax, sometimes go to the casinos. All right, go for it, Loader. Go for it. But yeah, so the interesting thing about Jurassic Park is the Velociraptor, as Relic is pointing out here. They had like a super-sized Velociraptor in the movie, and they basically, they were not that size. The hat says, the only way to town is to follow Route 9, take a left at Johnson Farm, and the road is only accessible in a square-body Chevy. Hell yeah. Square bodies all the way. I still wish I had a K5 Blazer. I really, really wish I had my K5s. Those things are damn cool. All right, deliver to the trailer. So we got to pick up stuff like all over the place, and then it's got to be dropped off all over here. Negotiating with a friend of mine that has a retired drag car here. So wait a minute. What is car culture like in Puerto Rico? This I'm curious about. I've had friends who have gone there, and I think one of my coworkers went to the Dominican, actually. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I like to take my time with some of these. BTM Gaming, how are you doing? What's going on? As a kid, though, I can't lie, I loved Jurassic Park. Was awesome. Jurassic Park was a phenomenal movie, and it was a Jurassic Park. So as Loader was talking about, The Abyss was probably one of the first movies that I actually watched the behind the scenes about. Zorshax, how are you doing? What is going on? I hope you're well this evening. If you're not following this delightful, dapper human being right here, that we're talking Jurassic Park, so this fellow right here, trucking along, doing all kinds of stuff, you should be following him. Absolutely. Spasmus Prime, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, if The Abyss was the first movie that I actually watched the behind the scenes on, Jurassic Park was the first movie that I truly appreciated the soundtrack of, because the orchestral accompaniment to Jurassic Park, it made the scenes just that much more epic, more grand, more sweeping, more just big. The music added a sense of weight and scale to the film. Yes, sure, you had animatronic dinosaurs that were on screen tromping about and everything like that, but the music, people really do forget how much a score contributes to a movie overall. Movies would be completely different if we did not have the musical accompaniment that was there. South power lines. Is this the South power lines? I don't know. Truck with a crane, you say? Zorshax, thank you very much. Love your stories, dude. Well, I appreciate it. I'm here for all kinds of stuff. Car culture here is crazy. You see a lot of old school VW, Radwood era cars, old school muscle cars, and the occasional multi-million dollar supercar. Funny how a real Velociraptor is about half the size and most likely had feathers. But no, they discovered a larger one. Like, it was 2 weeks before filming or like release, and they actually discovered a Velociraptor that was of the size of the ones in the movie. So the movie kind of set a precedence for that particular. We gotta go. Oil rig warehouse. Oil rig warehouse. We can do that. Where are we? Okay. So a cargo container is right there, and we have a truck right there. Great news on the GTO project. It is 80% complete. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is so cool. All right, so that's got the cargo container. This has the metal beam. They both have to go over to there. Let's do that. Let's do that then, because this sounds like a party, and I'm all about it. All right, let's jump in the Azov, and let's not fall into the drink, because the little fellow was taking a sip. Monster Buck, what is going on? How are you doing, dude? That is gonna be so cool. All right, let's just kind of drag this over this way, so we don't actually drive into the guardrail. We'll be good to go. But man, that you're gonna have to hook us up with some pictures and everything when you get some rolling shots or anything. No, guardrails are not fun in this. Guardrails are the anti-fun. Guardrails, tree stumps, and the occasional sign. But if you don't catch the sign soon enough, that becomes an issue. So we're just gonna wheel on over here. And luckily enough, I actually equipped these things with like flatbeds and stuff. So now I can get stuff. Get repairs just for rails. Get a POV video with my GoPro. Oh, dude, that'll be awesome. See this sign right here? That sign right there. Those are Doom. Those are Doom incarnate, and they effectively cause the game to glitch out beyond all imagination and send us into orbit. Trying to finish the new update on Forza. Oh crap! I still have to do the 40-point car, which I want to get the 40-point car, which I think is the Fiat Spider. But I'm gonna have to get it done tomorrow, because if I don't get it done tomorrow, I am not gonna be able to do it. Got a friend that does rolling shots for 9 years, so I get him to send me the videos. Awesome. That is gonna be cool. That is gonna be really, really cool. I'm excited, dude. I know you're excited, but I'm legitimately excited about that as well, because that's cool stuff. And yet again, I haven't had an opportunity to get the Camaro out much, because no, I don't. Unfortunately, I am not fancy enough to do stuff like that. I'm barely good enough to drive in Forza Horizon 5. I am a horrible driver. I can do off-road stuff. You want to go off-road gaming? Off-road gaming, off-road racing. That's where we can do it. Did something on the engine that I haven't done ever. Something tells me there's a story here, and I rather like it. A game I haven't played in ages is Deep Rock Galactic. So, Deep Rock Galactic, I've managed to accomplish the... Ooh, you know what we can do? We can take this truck, and we can go, and we can get the... Yeah, we can get a trailer, and then we can haul everything over to the oil rig warehouse. It's turboed and supercharged at the same time. So what feeds what? Does the turbo... So how... Does the turbo feed the supercharger, or the supercharger... I would imagine that the supercharger feeds the turbo, because the supercharger is driven on engine horsepower, and you don't have to wait for the boost to build. So Deep Rock Galactic, I've actually done the tutorial. That's it so far. I've never actually really played any games of Deep Rock Galactic. Not that it's a bad game. It's just one of those things that like, I don't have enough people for, and then I just got to get, like, stuff together. Blasted Diggy Duggy Hole. Dude, Diggy Diggy Hole by Wind Rose is phenomenal. And if you look at their live concerts, watching them play and watching the reaction of the crowd. So the supercharger and turbo are sequential. The supercharger kicks in first at low RPM, and then a high RPM, the turbo. Okay, see, that's what I thought. So the supercharger feeds the... Okay. Yeah, because the supercharger comes on... supercharger comes on first, because that's already making power. Because it's driven off of the engine. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. BTM Gaming. So, what was it? Matt Farah, who does... he's got a podcast, and I can't remember the name of it. He drove up... You can get the car in Forza Horizon 5. I think it's the Porsche 959. And he was talking about the twin turbo system that it has. And it basically... It's a small turbo that gives it the initial kick, and then it's got a much larger turbo, so when the vehicle is building boost, then the larger turbo kicks in and really sends it. Like, it is a rush of power. And that's a car from, what was that, what was the 959? Was that early 2000s? And it's interesting too because, oh crap, turbocharging once upon a time used to be like mysticism. Did that system because with a single turbo system that I wanted to do suffered too much turbo lag. Okay, so what the hell is the name of that damn show? I can't remember. But, like, turbos once upon a time used to be just throw turbo in. It's going to kick in at some point. Try not to die. You got a 62 Chevy Oh, no way! Oh, dude, that's awesome. BTM Gaming, I had no idea. That is very cool. We have a cars-specific channel in the Discord. So if you want to talk about car stuff, if you have car pictures... Usually a lot of us go to many different car shows. We will put car pictures up in the Discord, and there's also a food channel. So it's food and cars, and gaming, and SnowRunner, and other stuff. But we like cars here, man. We like cars and we like food, which seems to be the two topics we touch upon a lot. Look at the 930 Porsche 911 Turbo. Thing was deadly back in the day. So even the Grand National or the GNX. Boo. Did you say more? Please, sir, may I have more? So, you've got cars like the Grand National, you've got cars like the GNX or the BOT type, and basically it was you mash the go pedal, and at some point the turbo is going to spool up, and it is going to go from a moderate acceleration to pinning you in the seat and throwing your brain against the back of your skull because it just went full boost. But then again, you have stuff like a little bit later on that was a bit more fine-tuned. So when a Grand National so bad, that's one of my dreams. The Grand National, I've got a friend who's got one.
I like to move it. I like to move it.
We're moving it
I
over
like
here.
to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it.
So the Grand National, I've got a buddy who actually has one. It's a really, really nice car. Needs a couple of pieces here and there because those cars had a lot of plastic trim on the like bumper fillers and stuff like that, and that stuff really didn't last very long, unfortunately. So, it's little stuff. But I love the G body. I love the G body style car. 68 to 72 GM A bodies, still my favorite. The mid 80s. Oh yeah, dude, he's got one. He's also got a 70 Chevelle, and he's the one I sold my 450. He eventually wound up with my 454 SS. So he's got a bunch of toys. Good dude. Really, really, really super nice guy. He never drives. Oh, and he's got a 14 Camaro ZL1. So that's got the LSA motor, the 6.2 supercharged V8. Which that is some of the nicest packaging for a supercharger. The LSA style setup, which is basically just like a blower hat that takes, very low profile, sits underneath the hood, and clears the hood without an issue. Plus, it's got a air-to-water intercooler. It's got a cooling system that runs through. It's not the biggest intercooler, but you can actually add like an intercooler to it. You can do like an air-to-air up behind the front bumper cover, which I don't think those early ones had. I'd have to look it back up again. But yeah, he's got all the toys. All the toys. But I mean, once upon a time, dude, if I listed off the vehicles that I used to own, you would probably crap your pants. Mostly because of the amount of vehicles that I used to own, but just, some of the types of vehicles that I used to have. I mean, I had an 86 Chevy K5 Blazer, like 6 to 8 inches of a lift with 35s. We have to go and we have to bring this all the way over there. It was sitting on 35s. It had the big truck 4-speed, so it had the low range. Mad Max, what's going on, dude? I have a friend that works at a gas station that used to have GMC Cyclone as a daily. Those are cool. I like those. The fact that it's a 4.3 liter with turbo and it's all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive part, and Tony Angelo actually just took one of those setups and he swapped it to a pickup truck. Farming ammo for the what's on the 18th? Like, even the Azov 5319 is having a little bit of trouble. Tires are spinning, which is nice because they're not locking up. So the weird thing, the funny thing, if you want an all-wheel drive platform, Curveball is out then. Oh, okay. No, I know what you're talking about then. So if you want a really good platform, Turbo Whistle sounds good. It does. Chevy Astrovan. The all-wheel drive Astrovan is probably one of the better all-wheel drive platforms that you can get and start with to actually kind of build off of, believe it or not. Get this thing way. All right, come on now. Come on. Idiot. Like, the fact that the 5319 is struggling with this is rather interesting because this is one of the more robust vehicles. So if you like the turbo whistle, or if you like the sound of a supercharger whine, the Hellcat has an unbelievable supercharger whine because that's got a massive supercharger underneath the hood. and you could just hear the noise that thing makes. An Astro van that he put a 354 volt main with twin turbos. Yeah, exactly. Is it a two-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive Astro van? So Dirt Every Day with Fred and Dave, when they were still on the air, they built an Astro van and they took it ice racing. They took it out ice racing. It was all-wheel drive. They put special studded tires on it. You had an RX-7 Turbo 2, and it did some ridiculous turbo. Oh, it's awesome. It's wrapped around a telephone pole about 15 years ago. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a hell of a package to put a V8 into, because even the 4.3 in the Chevy Astro van was like shoehorned in there. Like it was legitimately like stuffed in that thing. I don't know why my camera's at a funny angle. But yeah, the interesting thing is as well was S10s. The early 2000s S10s and an LS swap. So like an LS1 out of like a Camaro or a Firebird, taking that, dropping it into an S10, that was a cool ride. You had to move the engine back 18 inches and get custom drive shafts with other custom goodies. Gotcha. Not gonna lie, probably the biggest regret I did in my life was selling the Turbo 2. I've been looking for one for 4 years. There's a bunch of vehicles. Love custom goodies. Oh, yes, we do. Custom stuff is always fun. Custom stuff is always fun. But, yeah, man, I'll tell you, though. Like, I had a 2001 Chevy S10 Extreme in indigo blue metallic. An awesome color. That was a beautiful color. Only had a tuner car, though. You know what? It doesn't matter what you have. If you're passionate about it, all that counts. Like, the entire Ford versus Chevy versus Dodge, doesn't matter. Imports versus domestics, doesn't matter. If you're having fun, that's what matters. If you're enjoying what you're doing, that's what matters. Years ago, we had a guy live down the road that had a Vega wagon on a 4x4 frame. That is something I would love to have. I would love to have a muscle car on a 4x4 chassis. Me and a high school buddy came across a 71 Ford Pinto two-door wagon that we got for free. We attempted to put a 460 in it, didn't finish. Mark, dude, came in for Storm. I say for Storm and Texas Pete. Yeah, buddy. How are you doing today? What's going on? Oh, we're almost out of fuel, is what it is. And I'm just like smashing everything with my elbow over here. How was SnowRunner? Was it SnowRunner you were playing earlier? Yeah, it was SnowRunner. That's right. I was lurking your channel. I was watching SnowRunner. That is Mark. That is SnowRunner. You need to go follow his channel too. And you know what? Any of these people that we point out to you, you gotta give them a follow. They're good people. We travel in good people around here. Michigan is killing. You want to know a secret? I had a Toyota, the Toyota brother of the S10 Extreme, Tacoma Extreme, as my first truck, and first mod I did was put a TRD supercharger in it. Oh, it's killing you. Are you doing New Game Plus or are you doing hard mode? I forget. Hard mode. Okay. You know, out of the entire time that I've played this game, I've never had enough time to invest in hard mode because, like, I make it hard enough on myself as it is. without using any of the more overpowered trucks and stuff like that. But it's fun. It's fun. So now we need to figure out, do we go from here and come up and drop off some fuel? Or do we... That truck's up there. GMC's over here. And I kind of wish that I could actually... You know what? Let's do something a little bit different. Let's go back there. Love the little sleeper trucks like the... Oh, yeah. So my S10 Extreme, I have a video of the truck running down New England Dragway. Chodmaster Flex will know exactly where that is. And I'm guaranteeing you've been there before multiple times, I'd imagine. Jet cars under the stars, you know, all of that stuff. It's so much fun. But I had an S10 Extreme that I ran down the drag strip, and I beat a full-size 2500 with a 6-liter. Wondering if other can play with me if they only have a normal mode. They should be able to. It's based off of your save, so if you go into the game, it's probably going to have like a base save game or something like that. We're going to do the fuel tank in this one. This is 900 liters of fuel. So let me see if there is another option. This says 900 liters. You know what? Let's take this one. Let's take the Zix 566A as opposed to the Crocodile. I think they should be able to go in, and even if you put the trucks out and you set the trucks out for them to use, they should be able to use. Oh yeah, let's go this way, cut across here, and then we'll be there. You've got an old video of me doing a burnout right out of the dealer, brand new, but it's on my old camera. I have a video of me doing a smoke show in my Chevelle, and I want to say it was with the 350. It was with the 350, and it was a first to second shift, but the line lock, because it was on the shifter, and it was just a push button style switch. So when I went from first to second, the switch slipped a little. All right, so we're gonna do that. So the switch, it did slip a little bit, and there was an unbelievable amount of smoke. When you hear about Bob Ross making happy little clouds, boy oh boy, I had 10-inch wide wheels out back. Usually you're gonna have like 6-inch wide wheels, 7-inch, maybe 8-inch, but I did a staggered 8-inch up front, 10-inch out back, and at one point I was running, I think they were either 295s or 305. The tires were huge. Giant steamrollers, and I had to have airbags in the back coils to kind of pump the body up a little bit so that it didn't rub on the sidewalls. But my God. Ow, damn it. Try that again. It was a fun ride. That thing was awesome. And when I swapped the big block into it was unbelievably fun. But I think the 350 just drove better. The 350 was a much more drivable engine, not to mention the fact that the amount of heat rolling from underneath the dashboard, it wasn't nearly as much as the big block, because boy oh boy did the big block basically want to melt the soles to my sneakers. There was so much heat rolling off the bottom of that thing. But my God, you want to talk about sounding like the world was going to come to an end. You did 285s at the front, 305s at the rear of my Tacoma. Yeah, because you need the... If it was two-wheel drive, you definitely need the... definitely need that contact patch. My S10 Extreme. So the S10, in addition to the appearance package, it has the ZQ8 Sport suspension. And what that is, that particular package, Sanguine Fawn, thank you very much for the follow. We're here playing some SnowRunner, and we're talking some cars. So the Chevy 454 SS will actually have the same option code. It's the ZQ8 suspension. And what that means is it's got a quick ratio power steering box. So lock to lock, it's less turns. And finding some of those are actually kind of harder nowadays. You had 2-inch lowered suspension, heavy-duty sway bars front and rear, and you had 16 by 8-inch wheels at all 4 corners. And I think there were they had Goodyear Eagle GAs, which were an awful tire. Those things were trash tires. I never liked the Goodyear Eagle GAs. But they were, I think it was 235, 55, 16s, I believe. I actually had to put traction bars in the back of it to prevent the wheel hop on it. Cooper Cobra is a good tire. Cooper Cobra is one of those tires, like the BF Goodrich Radial TA, that has lasted a long, long time. And it's one of the few tires that you can actually get with, say, the raised white letter. Because nowadays, you've got 18 is the minimum. 18s, 17s, 20s, 22s, sometimes larger. That's just the way that vehicles are being built, and the wheels are actually winding up. My Camaro's got, what is it, 245, 45, 20s up front, and 285, 40, 20s in the back, something like that. And I went with some Firestone. And Firestone, what is it, Indy 500s? Those things actually have a fair bit of grip to them. It's a dedicated summer tire because usually, unless you get a special package like a performance car, like a ZL1, or actually if you had like a 2015 Chevy Camaro Z28, Stormwatch. If you had the 2015 Z28, you had super sticky tires, and if you drove around, it was like listening to suction cups on pavement. No joke. Stormwatch, ladies and gentlemen, folks out there, I need to let you know the birthday fellow is in the chat. So not only is it J.R. Strang's birthday today, it is Stormwatch's birthday today. Give it up for Stormwatch. Wish him a happy birthday. I certainly hope that you're going to have an awesome day, have a party, have some cake, enjoy yourself, have fun. Happy birthday, my dude. That's I don't have confetti or anything like that. That's the next closest thing to confetti that I actually have right there. Well, congratulations on 41. Congratulations to making it there. Loader! Thank you very much for gifting out one to Stormwatch. It's greatly appreciated. Some of you know who has got Cooper Cobras on a 454 SS. That's what I ended up putting on the. Yeah, I needed. So I never ran the truck in like rain. I never ran the truck in like any kind of inclement weather. So it was basically the equivalent of slicks out back. You want to talk about smoke show machine? That thing would just obliterate the tires. They're good tires. They're very good tires. And if you want kind of that classic, like raised white letter muscle car vibe, they're the tires to go with because few tires nowadays you can get in a 15-inch, and I think it's like a 265. It's like a 265 60/15 is the size on those tires. It's a meaty, or is it a 285? I can't remember. I would have to look it up again. But Google will probably tell you exactly what it is. On the 85 Firebird. Yeah, funny enough, the Camaro and the Firebird, one of the first vehicles to have like that factory option of the 16s, like those 16-inch aluminum wheels. Dad has a business meeting tomorrow morning, so we're staying at the hotel tonight in Casper, Wyoming. We'll enjoy. I hope we get to do something, though. I hope you get to go out to a restaurant. I hope you get to go someplace and celebrate and just have fun, because that's what matters. On an 85, so the fin style, is that would have had like the spoke style. You know which wheels I really like? Factory were the ones that you could get on a Monte Carlo SS. Those aluminum wheels looked awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a bunch of so the Cars and Coffee I went to a couple of weeks ago. Reefer, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? There was a couple of Mach 1s. I like the style of the Mach 1. I like the Boss 302. I like those body styles. They're actually really, really cool. But the Mach 1, like a 70 or a 71 with that long, not the all-around spoke style. Oh, so the Chinese food is awesome, dude. Chinese food is fantastic. So the 5-spoke style. Okay, I know exactly which style. So it's a 5-spoke, but it looks like it's 3. Boss 429s look pretty boss. So they're, yeah. Well, the 429 is just a brutal motor all around. But yeah, Cooper Cobras, BF Goodrich radial TAs. What was I running? I think I had on one of my Monte Carlos. I had both a 2005 and a 2006 Monte Carlo SS. So with that, it was a front drive, transverse mounted LS motor. So it's an LS4, which does 303 horsepower, and I put BF Goodrich, I think, comp TAs on that thing. I believe I think it was that. I think that car got the comp TAs. Not a bad tire. Not a bad tire at all. To be honest, that was the fastest gifted sub I've ever gotten. So awesome. Well, you know what, dude? Loader's looking out for you. Loader's a good dude. It's your birthday. Good thing. You know? Definitely a good thing. Yeah, the comp TAs are good. But man, tire prices have gone out of control. Tire prices are unbelievable. Tires and batteries mostly. Again. Yeah, we bounce off a tree. It happens. But yeah, tire prices and battery prices specifically are atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. You can't get like what you would consider a cheap tire anymore. Like you can go to Walmart or a Sam's Club, something like that. They don't, unfortunately, you don't have the Sears Auto Centers anymore, which had, and this is what always kind of bothered me. You had a Sears Auto Center, 15K on tires alone for the GTA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so Stormwatch, you share a birthday today with our very own JR Strang. And you know what, guys? Thank you for popping by and hanging out. Your Linglongs and Saloons, those are actual tire names. That's the terrifying part. They're, I think, like a Chinese brand tire. All right, let's fill that bad boy up. Happy birthday, everybody, that it's their birthday. Yeah, it is J.R. Strang and Stormwatch today. Celebrating birthdays, hanging out here. Your nephew's football game Friday night. We'll have to travel 185 miles to the game. That's a little bit of a hike. I got to do 2 hours north. Kian, you cracked. What is going on? How are you doing? Your old Explorer had the Linglongs. So, funny thing, Iron Knight, what year was your Explorer? Did it have the Firestone tire recall? Does anybody ever remember the Firestone tire recall? And I will tell you that the Firestone tire recall was the biggest load of crap that was cooked up. And basically, it was Firestone had to take the fall for the whole tire issue. 3-hour drive? Yep. Yeah, I gotta do 2 hours on Thursday afternoon. I gotta go pick up 2 friends from a train station, and we're all heading up to the White Mountains for the weekend, and it's gonna be fantastic. File the claim when you're upside down in the Explorer. So it was the Firestone Radial ATX, and the thing about it was Ford wanted you to air the tires down to less than the recommended tire manufacturer's specifications. It was also an issue with RVs too. Pick me up from a train station and drop me off in the mountain. Relic, if you could catch a train out this way, I would pick you up and I would bring you with us, my friend. Post a picture in the Discord of cars, what my Firebird looked like, but mine had the gray seats. But the rest is all right. Let's go to the Discord there, Relic. Where the tires explode and makes these. Yes, exactly. So the thing about it was, the tires themselves were underinflated, and if you have an underinflated tire, what's going to happen is it's going to generate more heat. If you do not have the tire, oh, that style. Okay. All right, that style. I gotcha. No, now I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, those are cool. We put a set of those on a buddy's, like, 68 four-door Pontiac Le Mans, and it looked hilarious with those things because it was the least expensive way to put tires on because we just came across a set of tires and we... So what happens is when you run that tire at a pressure that is not recommended by the tire manufacturer. Ford wanted a more plush and comfortable ride for their Ford Explorer. So by airing the tires down, by dropping a couple pounds out of the tire, it's going to give a much softer ride, but your tire is going to be underinflated. The tire is not going to be inflated at the, oh crap. Close. The tire is not going to be inflated at the proper pressure. So many of those center caps and losing center caps is a lost art. No longer do we have the days where, like, the center cap or the hubcap will pass the car at a stoplight. Your friend's Mountaineer had those tires too? Yep. Yeah, that's what it was. So it happens that way, The tire generates too much heat because it's not properly inflated. And because Ford didn't want to change their suspension configuration, their grand scheme was to simply run tires with less pressure in them. Yay. All right. Take a sharp turn and go. Yeah, because you don't have a good hubcap. The old school hubcaps just simply slipped in, and when you're in when you're in New England and you've got salt and sand on the road and everything rusts and corrodes, rust begins to push things out. Rust begins to force stuff away. Love all the animations on the season's missions. It's Decoy OG? Dumb question, but I can't find it on Google. would you happen to know why I can't use mods for trucks with friends? Okay, so what happens is, are you hosting the game or are they hosting the game? If you're hosting the game, if a friend loads in and you're on compatible platforms, like say you're on PC and they're on PC, it's going to make them download the mods. King Trucker, Norman Chaos, Norman Superstorm 2023. Always run 35 PSI on my 3500. Here you go. All right, we just built the thing. We built the thing, folks. Norman, it is good to see you, dude. How are you doing? I'll be back later. I'm going to go finish my download. All right. Monster Buck, you take your time. 30 PSI on your Tacoma Extreme. I remember the one hubcaps where you had to use the hack handle to turn the center to remove the center cap because it... Yeah, so on Chevy Caprice or any car with the wire wheel, you had a center cap. You had to pop the center cap out, and there was a special nut behind that, and you had to have the tool to undo it. It was like a locking lug nut kind of idea. Doing well shopping for pistols today? Oh, cool. What you looking at? All right. What are we doing next? That's the big question. But yeah, it's Decoy OG. If you are on, you're on PC, they're on Xbox One X, and they have them 3 trucks I have installed, just can't join each other, only if we play with no mods. So the thing about it is, the mods may not be compatible. So when someone joins the host game, it makes them download the mods. And if the mods are not compatible, you're not going to be able to sync up with the game. So you have to be very careful about if those mods are compatible across platforms and if they are actually compatible with multiplayer. I do miss Moon. Oh yeah. So the rally wheel, the trim ring with the center cap, like a Corvette or an Impala or something like that. I love my hubcaps with the Ford logo on it. I don't even know how much PSI I have. I mean, I've got 38 pounds in the Camaro. That's got 38 PSI all the way around. Okay, I just hope that was helpful. It may not be the answer that you want, but unfortunately, it's kind of how we're stuck with this game. We got to go back for more stuff? Why? Go back for all kinds of things. Look at this factory over here. I always forget what's at the factory. Slabs. So we would need... Actually, if we took this around... South power line. That's the south power line right there. So why don't we do that? Why don't we go get a piece there, and then we will get a beam over there. Your GTO has 34 PSI because of the Mickey Thompsons you're going to run? All right. 35 PSI in my tires on the Equinox. If I fill after driving, I have to fill at 37. Yes, because hot air expands. Never forget that. Yay. Yeah. So let's grab this little fella right here. Cover him. The crocodile. Small sideboard bed. Gotta feed the hounds. All right, so we're gonna go get some service spare parts with the crocodile. Which the crocodile was part of the crocodile DLC pack, and it's actually a very, very good truck. The interesting thing about all of the new styles of trucks, if you notice the fact that we have fuel on the roof, that's kind of the direction that everything's going with. All of the original trucks do not have, like the Azov 5319, the 74210, the Dan. None of those trucks, the Navistar, none of that stuff has any additional repair points. It doesn't have any additional fuel. Like, that's a new thing that they've really started to do. Crap. With some of the new style trucks. One service spare parts. Nika Fernandez. How are you, my friend? What's going on? Do you think it's a good idea to put nitrogen in your tires? Because I've seen that at some of these tire shops. So here, there are benefits and there are drawbacks to nitrogen fill on the tires. Thank you very much, my friend. I hope you are doing good today. Hope everything is going well. I hope your tests are going great. So great today and tired. I'm doing good today. I'm doing very, very good today. Tomorrow is so this is the last day that we're streaming this week because this weekend is the New Hampshire Highland Games. Nika Fernandez is another wonderful individual that you should follow. That's some Forza right there. That's the flag carry in Forza. I go crazy trying to play those games. Education with Storm at its finest right here. I mean, we try. So the Crew Motorfest in the year one pass, the Chevy Chevelle is part of it. Ooh. Okay. All right, so we'll get it for the truck. So nitrogen has the biggest drawback of nitrogen fills for tires. Oh, you're so welcome, Nika Fernandez. Anytime, my friend. Very few places actually carry nitrogen. Thank you, Cryptid Tales. I do appreciate it. But yeah, that means no Thursday or Friday. And Monday would be up in the air because I'm actually taking Monday off from work because I'm going to be getting back sometime Sunday night. So I don't know exactly specifically when I'm going to get everything all squared away. So the big thing is, the reason why nitrogen is better, I think the air we breathe is, it is a percent nitrogen, but the thing is you have to actually remove everything else. You need pure nitrogen is what it is. The molecules of nitrogen are actually larger than oxygen, carbon dioxide. And, well, not necessarily, because you need the ability to actually put it in the tires. It's good, and if you stick with it, it's good. But to do the initial nitrogen charge, so like if you have tires that have a slow leak, it's not that nitrogen will always fix the problem, because you no longer have oxygen or carbon dioxide inside your tire. You're no longer going to have stuff that actually promotes corrosion or rusting inside of the tire, because you need oxygen to create rust. I gotta head out, get ready to leave, and thank you for the sub. Stormwatch, dude, enjoy yourself. Please have a good time. Have a great birthday. We will see you when we see you. Take care of yourself, my dude. So, it certainly helps in prolonging the life of... Go around that way. Do we get substitute storm when you leave? You may have to research that one on yourself. Your own self there, buddy. Sorry. I'll have to get Vlad to fill in. Cooling system for my GTO is nitrogen injected. For the because you've got for systems with turbos and superchargers, you can do meth injection, which allows for more horsepower. And actually, oddly enough, you can run the meth injection off of like a windshield washer bottle. There we go. See if we can't make it from over here. and then we'll just need to get one metal beam. But yeah, if you want to do a nitrogen charge or a nitrogen fill on your tires, it's not a bad idea because it also actually slightly improves fuel economy, but you'll also notice that you won't actually have to put air in your tires more often, which you're going to do because that nitrogen system will get complicated. Nice. All right. So that, and then we need one metal beam. Let's figure out what truck we're going to use. Go get that metal beam. Yeah, see this truck here? You've got repair points and you've got fuel, spare tires on a roof rack on a truck like that. So it's just, it's kind of one of those things that use the Kodiak. I like the Kodiak. Mac would be okay. Freightliner would be okay. The Step would be fun. That's got a small bed. That doesn't have a big bed. Nope. Let's find something fun to haul it around in. That's a small bed. We haven't used the Dan in a while. Not to mention the engine will be power happy with the meth injection. Absolutely. Yep. Step 310, we could do that. That would be fun. Out. Get this guy. Haven't used that in a while. Take a Bravo with high range. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Asked if the anesthesiologist could switch from nitrous oxide to carbon monoxide for my wife's surgery. Not sure why everyone was so upset. Oh my god, dude. You know, we haven't used an ANK in an awful long time. And we haven't used... Ooh, Paystar. A Bandit. Fleet Star. You know what? No. Royal BM-17? Do the Royal BM-17. Because we haven't done that in a long time. Because it's actually near the bottom of the list. But I also kind of want to do... We get the Brigadier. We haven't used the Brigadier in a while. I like the Voron Grad. That's the Tega B, the 6455B. I wish this was more useful. Another Voron. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Just for the hell of it. UOD2s. If I run meth injection, it'll probably bump the horsepower of my car from 967 to a very healthy 1,200 horsepowers. That is fantastic. That's the way to do it, my dude. Let's go sideboard bed. All right, let's try this. That'll be cool. Dude, you really have to hook us up with all of the pictures. I still really, really, really like this vehicle wrap that they made for this one. Probably run that amount of horses. You're gonna have to show us a dyno sheet. You're gonna have to be all like, check out these numbers. So the one thing we need to remember, the Royal BM-17 was always a little bit on the top-heavy side. It was very tip-happy. especially around Alaska. This thing was a champ around Alaska. Like, Alaska and this thing, just, they were meant for each other. Suspension's good, though. Post dyno sheets? Hell yeah. And you know what? Chances are you'll unlock an achievement. That's what you'll do. Ow. Going a little bit too fast there. We took some suspension and tire damage. That's awesome. You're gonna have to get those custom framed. Because that's awesome. Dude, I am so stoked. And those are some trees. Very happy for you. Your insanity achievement. You know what? I'll put my Microsoft Paint skills to the test, and I'll try to make a personal achievement for you. Achievement unlocked. The pure insanity achievement. Oop, nope, don't bounce off the road like that. It's gonna be awesome. Man, I'll tell you, some of my best work was with Microsoft Paint. Actually, I need to make a note of this. Some of my best work was with Microsoft Paint for use of like mocking people. just like cutting out something and then pasting an image in, and it's like just points worth 100 points on the Xbox. I mean, it very well could be. All right. Made the note because I keep a pen hand to which I can make all of the notes that I need to make for all of the goofy stuff, because we need that. All right. One of the trucks I drive at my part-time gig on Mondays is about 3,000 torques and start in 8th gear from a standstill. Yeah, that's the way to do it. All right, we'll just pop this thing up into high range. I do like how it's handling these bumps, though, which is actually kind of nice. Also, I kind of wish that keyboard would always stay on this thing. Not even that, it's just all the admiration for cars, car stuff, trucks, anything and everything like that. We're just having a good time is what it is. Actually, that handled that really well. You know, and it's funny, too, because certain vehicles don't have the differential locks. So if certain tires are spinning in the mud, they're just going to keep spinning, and there's no way to actually kind of bring that under control. I think this thing does actually really good. So this does not have a differential lock. The Navistar MV5000 does not have a differential lock. Though with the Navistar, it's got kind of a funky sort of limited slip to it. And it does really, really well. It also has a 280-liter fuel tank. Forgot to mention, I saw a 98 Shelby Durango about a week ago. Those are very rare. Those, I believe, it was a production run of 500. I think I was just reading in an article, and I didn't realize that the production run was that low. So you've got that body style of Shelby. Was it the blue? Yeah. I really think that they're like one of 500. Or that they made 500 of them. It was the blue with the white stripes. Because I think that's the only color that it actually came in. So, you also had the Dakota RT, blue with the stripes? Yep. Use it. You had the Dakota RT, and you had that body style, and then you actually had the previous body style, which was I think you could actually get the 5.9 Magnum in the squared off one, number 33 out of 500, sold for $40,000 in auction. That is unreal. What did they go for new? It's not that I don't mind Durango, but it's the less capable cousin of, say, the Grand Cherokee. Like watching those car auctions. So they have the casinos in Rhode Island, or no, Connecticut. So they've got the two big casinos in Connecticut, and they actually host the Barrett-Jackson down there, and I think they do the Mecum auction down there. $35,000 to $50,000. Okay. Yeah, so Barrett-Jackson, Mecum, they do it like Mohegan Sun. And you actually have to have, like, anybody can basically get in there and watch, but you have to have some very special passes. Use 24 to 30K. Okay. So, like, all of the people from various different car shows show up to those events. And they sit up in like, special areas designated for various different personalities and stuff like that. I had a friend of mine who managed to get tickets through work, his workplace, and the guy, he's an older guy. He's got like a white mustache, not Dennis Gage from My Classic Car. Ore, what's going on, dude? How is space going for you? Saw a Celine Explorer a couple years ago. I forgot you could get one of those with a V6 instead of a 5.0 supercharged. You know, that's funny. I completely forgot. And it's also interesting how many times they slap the Celine name on something, and it just basically stopped meaning as much because it's great when it's a low production number and, they don't put it on everything. XP5 and XP8, another rare one, Celine XP8 Explorer. But like when you've got a Celine and prep. We can't make it through here. Level 21. How is your experience with the game going so far? I'm still on the fence about picking it up. I mean, I know I can download it for free, but I'm just in the point where Celine Focus came with a nitrous from the factory, but if you hooked it up, it would void the warranty. I was not aware of that. Once I get moved, I'm going to start hunting for a G... Oh, dude, Norman, if you get a GNX, seriously, man. When I think of Celine, I think of the S7 and the upgraded New Edge Mustangs. The news, that stuff is pretty cool. Free on Game Pass. I would have to delete some stuff, or I would actually have to make the investment in a memory card for the Xbox. So we're gonna kind of veer off. We're gonna talk about Starfield a bit. Shipbuilding alone, you can get lost in for hours. So, what aspects, or how are you going about playing the game? Like, what are the things that you're doing in the game And Loader, same question to you. What kind of things are you doing in the game that you enjoy? Because I'm very curious to see your two different opinions on the subject matter. And I know we're veering off from cool cars and tuner cars to space. It's unfortunate we do not have Space Viking here to discuss the finer points of spacery. Spacery. Yay. Alright, we made it already. Actually, that's pretty good. So, we're only down about a third of a tank of gas. That's actually pretty decent. Actually, didn't they have a line lock as an option in one of the last Mustangs? I think you're right. But if you used it, they wouldn't honor the warranty. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff about that, and there's a lot of stuff about the argument made. If the factory puts the equipment in, why are they not warrantying particular items in relation to it? Having fun, just open world, playing, gathering materials, learning to build my ship and gear up, but also starting to work on main missions. Ford made a factory-tuned Focus called the FR200. Spaceballs? True story. Spaceballs, the flamethrower! Kids love this one. That's such a great movie. Focusing more on story elements and not worrying about build or anything the first time around. I'm enjoying the way each planet can lead you down a whole separate series of side missions that are great and can lead to amazing gear and even crew. Okay, so your spaceship, is it more like a floating mini settlement like Fallout has settlements? Or do you have more permanent settlements that you have to kind of worry about? Because I've not looked into anything about this game, like at all. It's funny because there's a character that says if you go to blank, you'll get lost for hours, and I definitely did. That's great. You can build outposts like No Man's Sky. Okay. I like No Man's Sky. I really, really, really enjoy No Man's Sky. Oh, crap. You like Fallout, you should like Starfield. It's the planet Neon. You know, being on a neon planet would certainly be interesting. Neon feels like you get teleported into Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, anything's possible, right? There we go. There we go. Kind of just brute force our way right on through. I don't know. I still don't have any interest in Cyberpunk, unfortunately. But what was it Neon City in Borderlands 3? You have a main base called the Lodge. It is the home base of your group. Plus, I mean, who doesn't want to smuggle cargo in space? Harrison Ford, probably. Almost bought an old vet years ago, but it wasn't a ZR1. The ZR1 would be cool. And with the Doug Nash garbage 4+3, not really sure if it was under crap or not. But that was a weird transmission. That Doug Nash style transmission. Or like the house in X-Men. That's actually kind of funny. There we go. Actually, while we're out here, why don't we go get fuel? Because fuel is actually just right around the corner, and that's easy enough. Or to the trailer place. I wish I would have bought the Datsun 260Z my neighbor was selling when I was just out of the service. Those are weird cars. Those are very weird cars. The Datsuns, were, really long hood, coupe style, long doors. All right, refuel. Refuel, and then sell this bad boy. Post it in Discord. Okay. Yeah, but wasn't it Neon City that Borderlands had? Oh, it's absolutely a nice car. It's a strange car, though. Rebuilding a Datsun. Speaking of Borderlands, I just started Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 isn't bad. It's far... You never really got into the Z cars. They inhabit a very weird kind of plot. That particular file is not opening for me. Yeah, it just wants to download the file. It's not love old school Z's. Those are pretty. It's a unique style. Yes, I am actually. XC, how are you doing? TNV, I'm doing good. How are you doing? All right, let me go check it out again. No, the image itself isn't coming up. It's coming up as like a weird. It's coming up as kind of a weird file format, and it doesn't seem to be showing up as an image. But Borderlands 3 is not a bad game. I do like Tiny Tina's Wonderland more. Dude, it's all good. Don't you worry about it. If you guys are laughing, that's what matters. There were a lot of good aspects of Borderlands 3. It does have a considerable amount of DLCs along with it. I liked the casino. And the other one that was great was Love Guns and Tentacles. Doing okay, tired though. Saturday did a 6-mile walk to work and back. And then again today, start back on light duty on the 20th. Damn, dude. 6 miles. Was the Tina game a DLC of Borderlands 2? No. So, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, they released, and it's its own standalone game. They did have one previously, and I don't know if that was DLC for Borderlands 2. Honestly, I like Tiny Tina's Wonderland. 3-3 from my place to work and back. Oh, damn. Okay. Dude, that's a hell of a... Tiny Tina's is D&D meets Borderlands. Exactly. So you can make your character... You basically make your own character instead of choosing from the pre-made characters that are there. I liked the robot. What the hell's his name? Zero? No. What the hell's the robot's name? The tracker dude. I thought it was like Borderlands spin-off. I didn't know it was its own standalone. So it uses the... So the idea is Tiny Tina throws a... She hosts a D&D game. And your characters are the players in the D&D game. And it goes completely off the rails in Borderlands style. I don't know if it's a... I think it's a movie. I think they're actually doing a movie. It's Fallout that's getting the TV series, and Borderlands is getting the movie. Which, I mean, we did get Twisted Metal. All right, let's check this out. Yes, that is. That is very neon. Cyberpunk 20. So here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. How many video game movies, if they use the game itself as the storyboard or the script, how much better would they have been? Yeah, it should be interesting to see what they come up with for the Fallout TV show. I mean, anything's bound to happen. Look and see what happened to The Walking Dead. So instead of taking the comic book and making a show based on the comic book, it was only loosely based on the comic. It started off accurately enough, and then it went completely sideways and really didn't follow the comic series at all. It touched upon a couple of things from the comic book, but that was about it. The adaptations are always terrible, but actors and stuff from Cyberpunk are so good they'll figure it out. Yeah, but that's not always the case, though. Even if you have a lot of great talent, doesn't mean they're going to carry the entire movie. And while Keanu and Idris Elba are fantastic, the animated Resident Evil series continues from some of the games. Well, animation is a little bit more flexible when it comes to storylines and stuff like that. I do really wish that we had more stuff that was faithful to the source material. Being a comic book, I hate what they did with Superman. First they got Lois Lane, and I forget her name, the farm girl mixed up in the first movie or the second movie, whatever the crap it was. So what, the original Christopher Reeves one, or... They have Superman killing people. That's one of Superman's greatest strength and also his greatest weakness is that he won't kill anybody. Yeah, they definitely trod upon that. But the fact that, like, Henry Cavill was going to be Superman again, and then James Gunn was like, well... Oh, crap. Uh-oh. A little bit. But we're almost there. This is cool because we're almost right there. Now as I'm trying to eat my Taco Tuesday taco, I'm trying to watch The Flash, and 5 minutes in, Batman killed 2 innocent bystanders when he ran their cars. What the heck is going on? I don't know. Yes, let us get AAA. AAA recovery. James got pissed off a lot of people when he didn't want to use... Henry was actually a fantastic Superman. But who is also the Superman who went on to do the character in Legends of Tomorrow? I forget what his name is. Do the jingle. And we're going to use... Actually, we're going to do a loading crane on this one. Okay, we're going to do it like this. TV Superman is wearing a musical muscle suit, and that's all you need to know about him. Henry doesn't need one. Brandon Routh. He was actually a really great Superman. I feel that he was a really solid choice for Superman because he was actually a very good character. Like a good neighbor, State Farm there. Potentially. Henry had to take 5,000 calories a day to do Superman, but he also, like, Henry Cavill is apparently kind of staking his claim as, like, king of the nerds. It definitely is. I think Brandon Routh made a good Superman. Henry Cavill made a good Superman. And apparently they're not sure if they're going to continue with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. And I have no idea what's going on with that. DC is just a mess because they don't exactly have a vision for what their comic book movies are supposed to be, where Marvel, much to their credit and our chagrin, had a very well thought out plan that they put in place. Ow, that hurt. No one can compare it to George Reeves as Superman, though. The original, was that the original? That was the black and white one. Yeah, DC has been a big disappointment. A big, big disappointment. They didn't say no. They didn't say yes either with Gal. So she's stuck in a weird place. She's kind of like in the middle with all of that. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. But apparently I haven't watched really many of the DC movies. I liked the second Suicide Squad, the one that was done with James Gunn. And I liked the John Cena the series with John Cena on HBO. That was phenomenal. Doom Patrol, Titan on HBO. They do really good with their serial stuff. It was the 52 to 58 black and white TV. Okay. Peacemaker is hysterically funny. Marvel made the Hulk wimpy and has She-Hulk working on TV, so I guess they're both. So here's the thing, though. Marvel succeeded in their movies. Marvel did fantastic with their movie. And even Netflix, to a lesser degree, some of. So you had Daredevil. You had Jessica Jones. Iron Fist was hot trash. But, like, The Punisher was good. Those are some really, really good series. But then you look and see what kind of stuff that Disney Plus has given us. Luke Cage was good too. I liked Luke Cage. I liked the villains from Luke Cage. They were phenomenal. Punisher's so good, and I'm glad he's coming back. Jon Bernthal is a great actor, and that dude deserves way more stuff to do. Bernthal deserves more roles. He was in, like as we were talking, he was in The Walking Dead. Yeah, he has a really, really great podcast. He does a great job of talking to people. He is very good. Even the one where he went on with Shia LaBeouf. I have a movie idea, The Talking Dead. Oh wait, that's the talk show. Yes, The Talking Dead is the ridiculous little talk show that they have after the episode of The Walking Dead airs. The Walking Dead is not very good. I after the first season. So here's an interesting thing. Frank Darabont, who was Stephen King's kind of go-to with Chris Hardwick, exactly. Chris Hardwick is hit or miss. You take him or leave him. He's kind of eh. But Frank Darabont did the first season of The Walking Dead, and then he left. Frank Darabont worked with what's his name, Kirkman, Roger Kirkman or Robert Kirkman, worked with Kirkman on crafting a really great story for The Walking Dead in the first season. And then from the first season, after Frank Darabont left, it went and veered off in a completely different direction. Looking forward to Daryl's spinoff for The Walking Dead. Well, that's because it's Norman Reedus, and Norman Reedus is awesome by himself. Norman Reedus is a great character outside of Daryl. He's got that. He's got like that travel show where he rides around on motorcycles. Chris was the original Stacey Jackson, the LA version of Rock of Ages. He couldn't continue when he got picked up for Broadway. I did not know that, actually. Thank you for that little tidbit of information, actually. This is a learning stream. This is a stream where we teach things, we learn things, we have a good time while we're doing it. SnowRunner's just going on in the background. We got all kinds of awesome stuff happening on chat, everything else. I certainly hope that you guys walk away with some new information, whether it's about a TV show or a movie you might want to watch that you heard us talk about, or learning about nitrogen fill in tires. So the next time you have your vehicle serviced somewhere and they say, would you like a nitrogen fill, you can make an informed decision on whether you want to do something like that or not. Also, the nitrogen fill, it doesn't actually... So, in the winter, your tires, the check engine light, is the tire pressure light is probably going to go off, and then you're going to start driving, and your tire pressure light's going to go off. So, if you do nitrogen fills, if you're in an area that has, like, cold climate, and then you drive around, you have to worry about your tire light all the time, nitrogen won't do that. It doesn't expand like regular compressed air does. I'm totally gone for the nitrogen. I live in a big city though, so it's not hard to find. Yeah, if you have access to it, it makes sense. It does. When he was hosting a panel with Tom Cruise a few years ago after ROA was out, and they started singing one of the songs. Okay. Broadway may end up being the last bastion for acting. They're really working on the AI taking over even acting characters. For instance, Mayim Blalock on Jeopardy, with the strike going on, she went across the picket line, and she is a member of the union, but they just reported that they fired her from Jeopardy and that they're going to have the idiot Ken Jennings from now on. Frankly, I think they should call in LeVar Burton. Oh, dude. LeVar Burton for Jeopardy would be fantastic. Mayim would not cross the picket line. Oh, okay. So they fired her because she wouldn't cross the picket line. Gonna go mod for your wife? What's Discord? ! Discord. If you guys actually want to join up with the Discord, we keep in touch on the Discord. They tried LeVar Burton, but I don't think he did well with the audience. You know what? LeVar Burton's a great dude. LeVar Burton is one of those individuals. If you don't remember Reading Rainbow, Signals! Dude, how are you doing? It's nice to see you, my friend. You're rooting for Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. So, LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton from Star Trek The Next Generation. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Kim Jennings is actually doing a job where he is supposed to be a member of SAG-AFTRA, and I don't know why he's being allowed to continue that. He's now banned from SAG-AFTRA for life because he did cross the picket line. Creep. Oh, by the way, I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA. That's why I get so upset over something. Okay, I didn't realize that. I'm all right, plugging along. All right. I hope things have been on the up and up for you, my friend. I hope things have been moving in a positive direction. Right, and there we are. So, the interesting thing, did anybody see the Drew Barrymore controversy about how she didn't want to host the MTV Music Video Award? But you know what? So with Reading Rainbow, I remember James Earl Jones narrating a book. It was about, I will always, always, always remember his recitation of the Kapiti Plain, and it was about the dry grass on the Kapiti Plain, and then finally the rains came to the plain, and then everything bloomed. And I really should go back and I should find out what book that is. It was just, it's something that is always in my mind when he read that book on Reading Rainbow, or it was his narration. Getting better, friendship is working out great, still an adjustment going well. That is, thank you for letting me know that, because that's a good thing, and I'm glad to hear it, dude. I really am. All right. The more you know, but take my word for it. or what is that? No, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Azov is all the way over there with the trailer. Dairy Special, grab this thing. Yeah, dude, LeVar Burton is an amazing actor, and he shows up on the Community, and it's so funny on the Community. That's one of those things where it's just like, it's so goofy. Brings me back to You Can't Do That on Television. The Canadian production of You Can't Do That on Television. Bring that down a little bit. There we go. That was a great show with Alanis Morissette, a very young Alanis Morissette. And I think there was one or two other actors or actresses who came from You Can't Do That on Television. And that's where the green slime came from for Nickelodeon. Yeah, oh yeah, look it up. Alanis Morissette was actually originally on You Can't Do That on Television because it was a Canadian show. She's Canadian. The only issue now is that when I got out here, everything kind of fell through. Not sure when the last I filled you in, but I'm just trying to make it to Monday when I'm supposed to move in with a friend of mine, long as that doesn't fall through. Okay. So as long as, yep, she got slimed, saw that when it first aired. That was such a hell of a show. Like, I loved watching that. So with Nickelodeon, with the old school Nickelodeon, you Can't Do That on Television. You had, does anybody remember Salute Your Shorts? There was Pete and Pete. We got to bring that there. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Camp Onawana. We hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me want to Budnick. You guys, you got it. You so got it. You so got it. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Donkey Lips. He actually shows up in Dude, Where's My Car as one of the Bubble Bunch. Street Fighter! Thank you very much for the follow. Redheaded kid with a mullet was in what band? Oh, dude, I don't remember. He played Bobby Budnick on Salute Your Shorts. What do we want to use to haul that trailer? Bad for Good. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that, actually. No, we don't want that. We want something a little bit more. Make it a challenge. They were terrible. Well, if we see the fact that Bobby Budnick never really went on to anything else, I mean, actually, you know what? We're gonna use the Navistar. we're gonna haul a generator with the Navistar because we can. I love this thing. This thing's so much fun. All right, so let's go pick up that generator and bring it to where it is supposed to go. Yeah, Donkey Lips was in Dude, Where's My Car? And he had to wear one of those goofy bubble uniforms. But also, if you watched 24 with Kiefer Sutherland over here, Marilyn, I think her name is like Marilyn Schraub or Marilyn something. She was actually on Dude, Where's My Car? But also, she was Gail the Snail on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Back up right over here. We'll do it this way. And it's funny to think that, now that's a good show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The fact that it's still going, that it's still pumping out season after season after season, is a testament to the show writing. Love this game, playing it for 9 months now, and got already 620 hours in the game. There you go, man. And you know what? Honestly, the base game can take upwards of, what is it, 200 hours to 100%, just the base game. Base game by itself, which is awesome. I love this game, too. This is probably one of my favorite games. I love trucks. I love off-road stuff. I love 4x4s. But also, I really enjoy the physics of this game, the way that the trucks drive, the giant open world that you can kind of cruise around in, and do different missions. You get all the DLC? Nice. I am slowly kind of picking away at this last one right here. This is season number 10, and apparently they just kind of wrapped up the public test server. Where's the zombies? We'll get back to the zombies, don't worry. And by zombies, you're referring to State of Decay 2. But, you know, this game, I love this game. Absolutely love this game. Do you have all the DLC trucks as well, Street Fighter? Love the Navistar Vision blockage for... Yep. It's great, isn't it? But also, if we go inside, because this one's a military version. This is like a military tractor. It's got the screens on there to kind of protect it from stuff. For the record, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game, it is good. It is. My brother was saying it's actually pretty good. I've never played Dead by Daylight, so the fact that like games exist where you simply just have to try to escape, you can't attack back or anything. That's why I enjoyed the Army of Darkness game. You can actually fight back with Ash and the complete list of characters. Like 60% completed the game. You've got all the DLC trucks and maps. Dude, there you go. This is one of those games. Now, tell me if you've heard this one, Street Fighter. The same company who made this game also did the Dakar Desert Rally game. And there are some SnowRunner trucks inside that game that you can get as a DLC as well. It's much better than Dead by Daylight, and it's not impossible to escape. I can't get behind the concept of Dead by Daylight, that you're just simply trying to run around and evade the killer. The fact that there's a single killer and there's 4 people trying to escape. Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw, all the same format, just like most Battle Royale games are similar. Right. Yeah, honestly, check it out. It is well, it's interesting too, Signals, because from what I understand, the community behind Dead by Daylight is also so hit or miss whether it's actually very pleasant or incredibly toxic. And it's always different when I talk to someone different and they mention that, you know, they had a horrible experience, or, oh crap, there's a sign of doom. There we go. Backed up off of it. We're good. But Army of Darkness, is so different than any of those other like asymmetrical style games because of how, yeah, you've got Ash and you've got a chainsaw hand, and if Deadites come for you, you can fight them off with your chainsaw hand. Or you can play Eric the Red and carry around a sledgehammer and knock some people's teeth in. Not played Mud Runner, but I have heard SnowRunner is a big step up, and I can't wait for... Okay, so Street Fighter, have you seen the advertisement for Expeditions, a Mud Runner game? We've got that to look forward to in, I believe it's the beginning of 2024. Toxic, I can't stand the players in the game. I just can't stand it. Chainsaw pits you in the same way, but you have a great chance of survival. It's not uneven at all. Okay. All right, so it's more of a fair-pitched kind of game. Remember the episode of the animated series reboot, and they did a nod to Evil Dead series? I love Ash vs. Evil Dead. I've met Dana De Lorenzo. Oh, crap. I've seen the trailer. Oh, it looks great. It looks so good. But yeah, I've met Dana De Lorenzo, and I actually bought kind of like this this artist's imagining of like the face of the Necronomicon, and I had my picture taken with Dana De Lorenzo. I've actually got a signed Ash vs. Evil Dead plate up there where she wrote some interesting chai tea. What's going on? She wrote a very interesting message on the plate, but she also does cameo. She does cameo shout-outs and stuff like that too. Dana De Lorenzo is very much like her character on Ash vs. Evil Dead. That was a great series, and I really wish it did go on further, but unfortunately they did get to wrap it up, but they didn't really get to wrap it up in a great kind of way. Down there and then over there. Okay, we can do that. Thanks. The turning radius of the Titanic over here. Okay. You don't need to turn a corner. I do enjoy Army of Darkness, and they've got a bunch of characters from Army of Darkness in the Evil Dead video game. I really do like that one. You can either play as the Deadite or one of... Is it 3? I think it's either 3 or 4. I think it's 4, because you can break off in like 2 teams of 2. And you can go and kind of complete objectives separately, or you can stick together and have a better chance of survival. But you literally can fight off the Deadites. But as the Deadite player kind of goes through things, they get more powerful, and just they can really mess with player characters. Oh, dude, that's right. Millie Heather! It's so good to see you! That is another one. Relic has reminded us that Killer Clowns from Outer Space is also going to be another asymmetrical style game with survivors and clowns. You know the band Bowling for Soup? I have heard the name. I do not believe I am familiar with their material. Although there's probably one song, Bowling for Soup. What's the one song that they did that became really popular? It was a theme song, right? Is that the one, Hey There, Delilah? Or am I thinking of... Oh, 1985. Okay. And boom. All right. So we just dropped off a generator to do whatever this is supposed to be. They've got a bunch of proper catchy ones. Gotcha. Cargo container. Ooh. A cargo container from here. Um, perhaps we can take. They've got a song called "Trucker Hat." Thing. Should listen to it after stream. Oh boy. I never really liked trucker hats because they were like that foam front with a weird mesh back to it. Now you have a trucker hat. This is not a trucker hat. We went full cowboy. We were. You know what? I'm gonna go hold up a stagecoach. Is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go hold up a stagecoach, and then I'm gonna take the stagecoach, and I'm gonna bring it to the fence over at the Emerald Ranch, and the weird shady dude operating out of the farm at the Emerald Ranch is going to pay me boku buck dollars for that stagecoach. Bang, bang. Talking about Evil Dead, and I must watch My Name is Bruce again. The town thinks Bruce Campbell is actually his character when he's... Yes, there was that one. That's true. There was that one. So they bring him in to get rid of a demon attacking the town. Another great role, and if you've never seen this series, you owe it to yourself to check out this series, is Burn Notice. Please tell me you've heard of Burn Notice. And then the horses won't have to work anymore. We can sell them too. Or Glue Factory. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. But, yeah, Burn Notice was amazing. Burn Notice was such a good show. Never get to finish watching. Burn Notice. So the spy Michael Weston, Chuck Finley. Chuck Finley. It was filmed on his ranch in Oregon. He built the whole town on his property. My God, that I didn't know. Well, I mean, I don't have really any choice in the matter beyond... Oh, wait a minute. Where is the... Hold on. We were going to do... Cargo container. And the the cargo container is right over there. We have to get the cargo container from there, and we have... Oh, bother. We have to bring it all the way over here. Okay. This is going to be wild. That's going to be quite the adventure. Got to get it from here. And I don't know if this is going to be the best truck for the job. But we're over here. And we can start doing the job with this truck and see how far we get. Bowling for soup. I don't know if I'd want to go bowling for soup because chances are I would not get any soup if I went bowling, because my bowling skills are subpar. And I've only been candlepin bowling, I want to say. Where am I going? Totally went the wrong direction. Supposed to be going down over here. Don't mind me. We're taking a tour around the building. You're such a fun band. What kind of soup? What kind of soup are we talking about here? You've seen them live a few times too. I am going to see A Killer's Confession, and if anybody is in the Manchester, New Hampshire area, at least the truck will get somewhere there. Yeah, it'll do most of the part. Met them too; they're fun. Yeah, I know Relic is familiar with A Killer's Confession. Wayland boys. Should be a good time. Should be a real good time. Want to see them when they're in Mansfield again. I want to see their whole new shtick that they're doing. Mind blown? All right. Take your word for it. Bowling for soup. Well, yeah, I know that's totally not paying attention. And not paying attention, we're just driving into stuff. Gonna eat, have a good night. XC, dude, take care of yourself. Have a good rest of your evening. They'll be there November 11th. And then they're off to us, or at least Wayland's off to Australia. You haven't met Killer? I know you haven't. They haven't been to Fishtown, Landville, Province, Shire. T-Bill. Waylon does like himself some Death Wish coffee. Teesville hire, Teesville Shire. Just ate my Taco Tuesday was a great success. This is the first time I used my air fryer gift. Actually cooked the meat. I just couldn't do it right with the microwave, and it made such a difference. And they were keto tacos. Dang it, keto tacos. And rain tomorrow. I would like some cattle tacos. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I think cattle tacos is a fantastic idea. You know what? If it was, how do we say we're having a beef taco without actually saying we're having a beef taco? Ground beef, or be thinking like more like steak? Like which one we going with? I like cattle tacos. I had some last night. Yeah, Relic has all the good stuff. Okay, that's a cargo container. That says Saber on it. Go figure. Also have amazingly great news. If I can have the discipline to work it out, Kendall Credit Union paying back a dividend in December. Going to be several $100s, enough for me to pay my union dues. So once I get that taken care of, SAG-AFTRA, I will pay all my college tuition, books, and stuff, and I'll be able to get back to school and get a bachelor's degree, and maybe I can find some work that I can do while disabled. You know what? Cryptid Tales, dude, that is awesome to hear, and man, go for it. Absolutely go for it. If you can make something happen, make it happen. All the power in the world to you. I would love to do something like that and move forward. So Monopoly mentions dividends, and I never knew what the word meant, except it cost me money. Okay. So it's like you're getting paid. That's your cut, your portion, that sort of thing. I graduated from 2 trade schools, but nobody ever looks at trade schools on a resume. It depends. It depends where you're applying to. So when you pay a dividend, or when you get paid a dividend, yeah, like what phrasing were you paying attention to that you ended up having to pay? I mean, they are your brothers, and Monopoly is about as cutthroat as you could get. So the fact that they tried to rip you off is entirely understandable. So there is that. Kendall is a non-profit credit union based on Tyndall Air Force Base, and they gave me a dividend, which bailed me out on the last quarter of this year, and then they're doing it again, that they've been really profitable, but the member-owned, so it all goes back to the members. Gotcha. Plus hotels are the most expensive hotels. Puts hotels in the most expensive hotels right before the go. Well, if you land on their hotel, you're supposed to pay them. They collect the dividends. So if you were to collect the dividends, you would be making money. Yeah, see, that's why you never play Monopoly with people you'd actually like to talk to ever again. Because it's an awful game of cutthroat piracy. The dividends was a card on the... Oh, okay. Okay. We'll top that off real quick. The only thing is, if I actually lose the cargo, I'm kind of boned. Because I don't have a crane anywhere out here. And I have to go to, like... If you could see it all the way up there on the very top, that is where I actually have to take this thing to. My brother's a sore loser. We can't play anymore. He flipped the table last time. Yeah, I would not game with people like that. I don't get upset at gaming, so that's a little excessive. A little bit. All right, how do we want to go? We have to get this thing over to here. We had a little bit of an issue last time we were right here. Kind of just flopped on our side over there. But I also want to see if I can actually get it up here and make it up there. So Steve will give this. It was all my fault, though? Of course it will. Or are you just simply being told it was all your fault? Old assimilating syndrome? Just don't go play Trouble or Sorry. Hell, don't even play Shoot Ladders. Because you can get that last shoot right at the end, and then you're all done. You're all done. Lion would never play golf, but a tiger. Oh my god, dude. That's funny. That is actually very funny. Oh my god. But no, you're fired. Oh man. Dogs can't run medical tests, but cats can. Uno reverse card? My god, where did that... Who is that? Where did that come from? Oh, man. No, you animated? Bertro? Whatever the hell that is, dude. That is some funny stuff right there. That is some grade A, high-level comedy. Oh my god. Alright, let's see if we can actually make it up this here hill climb. There's a picture of a tiger that somebody hit in the face with a snowball. The look on the tiger's face is priceless rage. I think somebody died after taking that picture. Maybe a few people. But I still love the picture. I can't help it. It's just know what's about to happen. And who would throw a snowball out at a tiger? Maybe it was in a zoo. You never know. One of my cubs tonight, and he made me properly laugh. We had chairs and tables out tonight, using them for normal things. And they're putting chairs away. They're the typical folding chairs. Got one under each arm, and he goes, hey, I'm a chairman. Fired. Properly fired. Away with you. That's awful. Oh my god. Ken, I was dead. God. This is a... Not for nothing, this is hell of an angle that we're climbing right here. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. And don't come back after that joke. Yes. Or like Ace Ventura 2. What is that? When Nature... Yeah, because first one was Pet Detective. Second one was When Nature Calls. Nothing like tumbling down a hill. I'm trying to avoid that part. I'm trying to actually avoid the tumbling down the hill portion of it. Alright, so we gotta go right up here into the woods. This is going to be kind of an interesting little... There it is. Okay. Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be very interesting. The rolling back down is the fun part. It's not the speed, the sudden stop. So the last time we were up here, we had one hell of a scenic view. And I mean, it was amazing stuff. It's not the fall that kills you, it's the sun. Exactly. It isn't the fall. I mean, you could fall forever and not die. It's just when you stop falling. Yeah. Did you know that sometimes Blinkies a bit like people? All right, we're gonna go really slow through here. They make you smile when you push them down the stairs. I don't think I ever told anybody this, but I'm actually a member of the No Parachute Club, and I didn't even know it until years after. What do you mean? Sometimes they come back. That was also a great movie, and it was based on, I believe, a short story by Stephen King. All right. Hope you don't have any issues with heights. Pet Sematary. I like the remake of Pet Sematary is so good. Like that remake has no right being as good as it was. The remake is fantastic. The Pet Sematary 2, which I think had Edward Furlong and Clancy Brown. Yes. The little boy Gage. His name was Gage. Like a pressure gauge or a steam gauge, which is kind of a weird name, but whatever. He didn't, well, no. Oh, I know, right? Oh, I know, right? Like, how wild was that? And if you've never seen the remake of Pet Sematary, entirely worth it. Have an emergency with the train, and I had called off for the emergency stop, and I had a student with me. They made sure he get off the car, and that I had done everything I could do, but I neglected to climb back down from the top of the car when I dismounted, and on top of that, I forgot there was a bridge trestle. I've got 70 feet, give or take 5 feet, to that fault, and I actually walked away from it. It was weird, of course. I think a bush helped. Like, yeah, honestly, it was very clever the way that they did it. I think it was the reversal of the expectation was absolutely the way to do that. And just dangle it right there in front of you, and then allow you to breathe a sigh of relief, and then boom! Out of left field. Exactly. Just enough time for you to relax. But I also still really, really like the part where they were in the dead place. Like, that whole thing, how it was so much different than the first movie, the one where Fred Gwynn. And this one had, what was it, John Lithgow? Went to see it with my friend, and he hadn't seen the original, so he didn't know why I was, like, all curled up waiting. Aha. We gotta take this seriously slow through here. But then he knew. Yeah, because just wham. And we're not talking about the George Michael band. Go. You don't want to put that tire on the rock. There we go. Kind of bumped around. Much better, much better, much better. I don't think we've actually been this far in this direction on this one. then, of course, we've got these tree roots and stuff, which are going to upset our center of gravity here. Oh, boy. Oh, man. And... oh, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. We've got it in low range. We're just kind of crawling right along. There are other trucks that are far better suited for this kind of terrain because they've got a much lower center of gravity. Of course, we're using a truck that's got this giant lifted suspension to it. Because why not? That was a genius idea. Oh, no. No. We have not run out of petrol. We are attempting to take this piece of cargo. And this is a truck that usually it's fairly sure-footed, but with this style of terrain, it's very, very, very dodgy. Oh yeah, this is definitely a diesel truck. Oh wow. Oh man. You know what? Hold on. I just want to go crank the aperture on this thing. Free cam. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is incredible, right? This is absolutely incredible. It's some really good... ooh. A butt arch? What? Let's do afternoon. Yeah. Because, I mean, this is like... this is almost like, see that Paul go into the distance? Paul going... okay. Then we got to go around to the left. Butt Mountain Fart Fog? Yeah, basically. Basically. This is legitimately like British Columbia's most dangerous roads right here. This should be an episode on YouTube. There we go. Butt Mountain, Fart Fog. It's nice to see we're all 12 here. Man. 12 3/4. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Ooh, that is a hell of a scenic view over there as well. Because that's the observatory over there. Kids are specific about the months of age, you know. I'm 11-1, thank you. Nice to know, Relic. Go back to eat your Fruity Pebbles. It's Count Chocula, thank you very much. Oh, man. Making it. Of the Hobbitses? You have Orange Dream... where do you get Orange Dreamsicle cereal? Or are you just calling it cereal because you're having it in the morning? Back to the Shia topic. Ah. Hobbitses. I think there it is. So that's the... it really is cereal. Okay. I'm listening. Oh my goodness. We just got to be very careful as we go through here. You got it from Walmart. So what's it called? I think we've only got like one shot at getting this around here. Is a kind of twist. Gandalf, if we cannot go over the mountain, let us go under it. Yeah, because going under the mountain really, what is that, the Mines of Moria? That really worked out great for them. Dude. Oh, ha, 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 ha. My cousin Balin would give us. My cousin Balin would give us a royal welcome. Oh, he would he? Would he? Human storyline is really cool. So, is the big surprise that you had? It was all part of the storyline stuff. All right, we're almost there. And I don't think I'm going to actually drive down. Boom! Restoring communication. Great. The weather station is a significant part of rebuilding Duncan Bay. Hell yeah. All right, now. Nailed it. And I did, and I didn't roll over at all. Wouldn't you know? There's so many secondary storylines, too. So it's not just that they're side quests, that they're actually secondary stories. All right. Let's go take a hero shot with this here bad boy. Fun fact. Nope. Nope, don't go that far. There we go. Perfect. When you leave the house to do a task or quest, but do something else on the way, they're your side quests. No, this one's not truck darts. I want to take a really kind of cool picture of this one because this is our victory. Oh, cool. And there's even a little bird flying over there. See how we can kind of send you a picture too. It's almost 2-pound bag. You go to the store for weekly food, but you also stop at the bank to cash money. Well, I mean, orange dreamsicle syrup. It really is. Is it good? Sounds like diabetes. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fine tune the. Think the horizon itself needs to be straight. It's not the truck that needs to be straight. The horizon. Anytime you work on a photo, it is the horizon that needs to be straight. Dangle quest like candy for you to go gobble up. Oh, yeah, there we go. With the sun right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sour Patch Kids cereal tasted like the Beatus. You know what? The Sour Patch Kids, they had, what was the, they had a drink. They had a Sour Patch Kids drink, right? Oh, man, this is so cool. All right, let's see what happens if we change the time of day. Ooh. Ooh, with the moon. With the moon. Diabetes in a cup. Yeah, we're gonna take a whole bunch of pictures because I'm never gonna be at a spot like this. Because this is cool. So worried about the COVID vaccine, but they eat stuff like that. I mean, you had Sour Patch ice cream. So it was they also did a Swedish fish drink, and it was one of those energy drinks. I can't remember what brand it was. This is awesome. This is so awesome. You have no idea how amazing this is. I'm just going to stop this truck right here. Oh, crap. Don't go too far forward, buddy. I'm just going to stop that truck right there. But it was, I'm trying to remember, it was a yellow can, and it had, it was like a, can't remember, dude. Can't remember what the flavor was, or what the brand was that, hold on. All right. Ghost. It was made by Ghost. Ghost Energy does a Sour Patch Kids. Just Goldblum, Dr. Malcolm. Your scientist was so preoccupied with whether they or not they could, they didn't stop to consider whether or not they should. I mean, if you can do it, why not do it? Go for it. Go for it. What happens when we go to the inside of the truck? Like, this is a cool view and all, but the fact that we don't know where our front end is, but it's a Ghost Energy Sour Patch Kids. I mean, he's a dude who studied the chaos stuff, chaos theory. Gio, bonjour, bonjour. How are you doing this evening? What's going on? Hope you're doing all right. Thank goodness. There is so much going on there. Talking in regards to dinosaurs, well, I mean, it does apply to weird energy drink flavors as well. It's fighting the never-ending battle of homework and losing. Here's a little tech tip for you. You can't lose the homework battle if you don't try the homework battle. Swedish Fish too, I know. I would imagine so because they're still selling it. I think they're still selling it. But yeah, this is this is one hell of a view. No, Swedish Fish. Swedish Fish. Like the gummy candy. Doing. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. The Energized Coast. Oh, we can deliver. Oh, that's easy. You can totally do that. Come on. We could totally do that. Yeah, not fish out of a lake. Sweden, they're still Atlantic cod. You don't know what Swedish Fish is? I don't think that's a good idea with my homework stopping in year 3/4 is a bad business decision after paying for, well, I mean, maybe. With its lingonberry yumminess flavor, let's not bring race into the conversation. All fish are created equal. Cod. And I'm not talking about Call of Duty either. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Hold on. So they migrate. I don't know if Sweden does anything particular. Oh, that's a trailer store. We want the garage. Oddmaster Flex. Haddock Master Flex. Flounder Master Flex. I mean, oh man, that would be funny. That would be funny. The yeah, let's do this bad boy. Do a quick. So the fuel tank is blocked by the tall filter from the category snorkel. No, that's a small sideboard bed, so we can't do a regular sideboard bed on this one. Probably call it something dirty, though. The Atlantic's pretty big. All right, so we need something that will hold pieces of cargo. Potentially. About the small sideboard bed for the Pike 2 is a 2-slot bed. You know, I was looking at that. That's Big Hallman. Thank you for that. Though I think I'm going to do something just slightly... We don't have beacons on this one. But thank you for the... Yeah, I thought that I hauled 2 cargo slots with it before, and I was like, small sideboard bed. But it's like way up there on the list, so... We're just going to go, and we're going to deliver service spare parts for 1, service spare parts for 2. And this stuff is just right over there. It's... Swedish fish is like a candy. It's like a jelly-like candy. That's Trolley with an I relic. Trolley sour bright crawlers. No. I love sour bright crawlers. Those things are really good. Those are the things that I put into that Oreo that one time when Vlad was just being... yeah, see, there you go. You mentioned it too. Service spare parts, service spare parts. I can eat Swedish fish because they are low in sugar. Yeah, there are also a lot of that stuff like Twizzlers, and Twizzlers are way less bad for you than you would actually possibly imagine. Like, Twizzlers are not terrible. Twizzlers are actually gluten-free. They're low in fat. They're not terrible. Swedish fish is a berry flavor. It was made by a company from Sweden, so they called them Swedish fish because they are in the shape of a fish. Twizzlers, I can eat half of one in an hour. So they still have a lot of sugar, you're saying? American sweets and things in general are horrendous compared to European. But why don't you go back to microwaving your hot water to make tea? Thank you very much. And we'll just dump the rest of it into the harbor. Americans don't know any different. Well, you know, we were also the prudes who came across on the Mayflower, so we're not really going to get into that, aren't we? You don't microwave tea. Man, that is a point of contention for every single individual who is not of the United States. How else do you make hot water? European chocolate is best. But like Swiss chocolate or chocolate from like Germany, stuff like that. Microwave tea is the only way to make it. And you don't put milk in it either. No, why would you put milk in tea? That just sounds disgusting. You're microwaving your tea right now, Geosaurus? I mean, at least we didn't decide to put SpongeBob's house on pizza. Well, you know. I hate that milk chocolate recipe and M&M's and Hershey's milk chocolate bars have been changed. I don't like the taste. No, so Hershey's milk chocolate I don't particularly enjoy, but I do like their dark chocolate. You kettle boil the water and then pour it over the tea. Okay, I don't have that kind of time in my day. I don't have that kind of time to put a kettle, caps. I need to put a kettle on the lorry, the loo or whatever, wherever you put a kettle. I tried Hershey's chocolate and it was gross. It's not good. Hershey's chocolate is not good. 2 minutes in the microwave, it's the same. Microwave does it in seconds. Exactly. Oh, crap. Oh, wow. We were just saved by the telephone pole. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate. Hershey's dark chocolate, I think, is good. All right, so that's that one. So if we repair it, how come it's still laying down in the road? That's just weird. If you put cold water over tea, it will not brew. Push the just push the Keurig and let it make the hot water. I mean, that's true too. That's valid. You gotta microwave your coffee. Yeah, you can microwave coffee, no problem there. You cannot add them and microwave. You must put hot water over tea. Well, Canadians are the fault for pineapple on pizza debate. Are they? Look, it's hot water. You stick the cup in a microwave, you heat it up, and then you've got hot water, and then you go bloop, tea bag. You must steep the tea. Pineapple on pizza is really great, though. I do like I like pineapple all around. So, but that's just me. Keep that yellow fruit away from my pizza. Greek man who moved to Canada put pineapple on pizza. It's a great flavor combination, I personally believe. Awesome. All right, great. Now both coasts have uninterrupted power supply. So we're just kind of banging out these little things here and there. Tools for the lift. To the lower lift and the upper lift. Like SpongeBob's house on Mazah, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants! Yeah, that's a great one. Great one. Potentially. You can clip that if you want. That's fine by me. All right. Storm singing SpongeBob. Oh, really now? Why do I keep doing that? All right. Tools for the lift is that one.
Jeez.
Off the tracks. J.R. Strang. Well, you actually have to hit the little clip doodad. J.R. Strang, cheers to you, my friend. Happy birthday to you. And those are goldfish. Those are not Swedish fish. Little crackers. Although you can't really see it. There you go. Oh. Is a reflection? I don't know. I got 3 different bags of goldfish because of you. More than welcome. Invisible fish. Fish. All right. But they're good. I like the pretzel ones. I like the pizza ones. There's a lot of good stuff. But with that said, I got to jet out for dinner. It's been an absolutely great stream. Have a good night, everyone. Reefer, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all of your contributions to the conversation. This has been a great night. It's time to say farewell. Yes, indeed. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. The only thing is, Who are we going to see? Who's out there? Who's doing what? Who's playing what? Dip them in hot sauce sometime. So I have the Tabasco sauce. I have the Chipotle Tabasco sauce. If you have regular Tabasco sauce, Chipotle flavored Tabasco sauce will make it look like you're eating a crayon. That's how good that Chipotle Tabasco sauce actually is. It's like really, really, really good. Who's Mohican? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Join the Fish Cult every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have cheese. Oh, jeez. We have cheese. We do. It's true. Watch. That won't show up because links are disabled in the channel. Really, a country music fan? All right. But we need to decide who is out there doing what. What's going on? Musk, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, my friend. Everybody's playing Starfield, though. Everybody's playing Starfield. You have the one with the mariachi. So that is that's a different sauce. That's not Tabasco sauce. That is crap. What is the name of that one? It's a different kind of hot sauce, and it's actually really, really good. Planning on meeting Waylon on the 11th of November in Mansfield. You're gonna do? Oh, dude, Loader, absolutely. If you do that VIP package, it is entirely worth it. Entirely worth it. Geosaurus, what is your thoughts on that car soccer game that just happens to be named Rocket League? You love some car soccer? They're Wither of Steel out there playing SnowRunner. Of course you would. But yeah, if you do that, Loader, if you commit to that, let me know. I just have a ticket to the venue, and if I hang out with Waylon, I hang out with Waylon. I'm just there to just hang out, have a good time, talk to the guys, and just, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So, actually, that presents itself a very good question. Stock car? Personally, car soccer might be my most played game besides COD and Halo. Well, in that case, our delightful friend here is a supporter of the channel. He's a little bit salty, a little bit rough around the edges at times. So the mature tag is definitely a viable thing for his channel. Our good friend, a hostile Puma. So why don't we head on over there and say hello on Mr. Puma, because Puma does deserve love as well. He's a good dude. He tries hard. He works hard. So if you don't catch him playing Rocket League, car soccer, or something else, maybe he's playing Dead by Daylight, maybe he's playing Apex Legends. And remember, all the folks that we gave shout outs to tonight, anybody out there who's streaming, who's hanging out in this channel too, check each other out. Good time. If you want the Discord, it's !Discord. I will not be back until probably Monday. So I am going away to the New England, the New Hampshire Highland Games up in the White Mountain of New Hampshire, and I'm gonna wake up to bagpipes. That's what I'm gonna do. So take care of yourselves. Thank you very much, Nika Fernandez. We'll see you guys later. Have fun. I'm gonna try to take some pictures and put them up on the Discord. No guarantees. I may not even take my laptop. That might even sit home. Who knows? Be good, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And I will see you when I get back.